Does age gap between spouses matter in the marriage? Age can be an issue when the age does not reflect the expected maturity. In this video, I'm going to expressly and holistically talk about age gaps in marriage. There was a viral video of Dr. Pastor Paul and Enenche and his wife. I want you to watch this video and then we'll be back with our discussion. Take a look.
We don't ready.
Not 40, maybe he's even getting to 50. He has passed 57. And then they say marry. And he's going and carrying his 2 legs and looking for 16-year-old girl, 13-year-old girl, 20 years old girl. Mind yourself.
Wait a minute. Those that are 40 something like yourself, who are you living there for?
I wonder.
This is quite a hilarious video. Actually, I totally agree with what they said. I am not in support of a 60-year-old getting married to a 20 or 18-year-old for any reason, no. But I want us to talk about age gap in marriage. Does it really matter? Do you really think age gap matter in marriage? Well, in my own opinion, I feel that the age gap in marriage among couple does not matter, as long as the man and the woman are getting married to adults who are 18 and above and have consented to getting married. Now, before you crucify me, watch this video to the end. People marry for different reasons. Some older men, they get married and they feel that they need somebody they can lavish their money on, they can travel around the world with, and they can flaunt about. So these people may not really be marrying readily because of age and all of that. They have their own reasons, right? I'm not saying they are right, but they have their own reasons for getting married. Why some people marry for fame, for material possession and all of that. What matters in marriage is compatibility. The man and the woman may have a very wide age gap, but if the two are compatible, meaning they understand each other, they have mutual respect for each other, then they can still make their marriage to work. Okay? For example, there are some 60-year-old men that have got married to ladies in their 30s, but they've come down to the woman's level, and they relate very well, they understand each other. Whereas you can marry somebody who is within your age bracket, but he or she does not understand what mutual respect is all about, and then you may not have a successful marriage. That's why I say compatibility is the main thing in marriage. Also, I want to talk about respect. You see, in this part of the world, in Africa, it's expected that it's only the man that should be respected. But I want to let you know that respect is a mutual thing, okay? The man needs respect, and there is a level of respect that the man needs to respect his wife. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21 says, submitting yourself one to another. That is mutual respect for me. That's mutual respect for both parties, right? Okay, so what matters is mutual respect despite the age gap. I've seen people who marry during the same age brackets, but there is no mutual respect at all. The woman does not respect the man, and the man does not respect the woman's opinion, and it's just, so terrible. So it's all about respect. Are you married to somebody that you can respect? Does that person have the same respect for you? So many marital issues have come up because of lack of respect. So mutual respect is very, very important, okay? And age does not matter when all of you have mutual respect for each other as spouses. Okay. Why have you not yet subscribed to my channel? Yes, you, why? Please, I give you 3 seconds to kindly click on the subscribe button, okay? I'm waiting for you. Subscribe. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing and helping this channel grow. Now, what does God say? You know, the first marriage started in the Garden of Eden, right? Between Adam and Eve. What is God's opinion? What is God's aim about marriage? The Bible said that it is not good for man to be alone. I will make him an helpmate. And that was how God made Eve and brought her to Adam. It is not good for even a woman to be alone. So we see that from this statement, the first thing that God had in mind when he wanted to establish marriage was companionship. Companionship. Emotional companionship, physical companionship, and spiritual companionship. God expects both the man and the woman should be companions, to be pals, to be friends. No matter what you go out there and encounter, you can rest assured that you have somebody that you are coming back home to, that it's your own, you know, that understands how you feel, that will encourage you and will push you to the next level with God. So God wants that the man and the woman should be in companionship. Okay? So even if you marry someone within your age bracket or someone that is outside your age bracket, are you companions? Can you really trust each other with your emotional needs? Do you enjoy the emotional support that comes with marriage? A lot of marriages are in shambles because many people are emotionally absent. They don't even care. Many spouses cannot express their emotions to each other because they fear. They fear that they will be judged. They fear that they will be misunderstood. They fear that they will be misinterpreted. God intends marriage to be a holistic companionship. The second reason why God created marriage in the beginning is to fulfill divine purpose. You see, when God made Adam, he told him to tend the garden. And when Eve came, God said they should multiply and fill the earth and subdue it and have dominion, right? So the divine purpose, divine assignment is the reason that God instituted marriage. There is something he wants to achieve from this marriage, you know. So even if God does not bring somebody within your age bracket, as long as it is the will of God for you, and as long as God has a purpose and a divine destiny for the two of you, you can go ahead and get married anyway. And also, I talk about procreation, right? God intends that you have children from this marriage that will possess the gifts of their enemies, okay? So like the Bible says that children are the inheritance of the Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward, okay? Blessed is he that have his quiver full of them. They will confront the enemy at the gates. So God expects that your children will form a formidable force that will defeat the devil in their time. These are the aims that God intended marriage to fulfill. And so, in my own opinion, I feel if somebody comes to you to ask for your hand in marriage, the first thing you should do is to ask for God's opinion, is to seek the face of God. Yes, you may have issues with the age, but if God is saying this is the man and the woman that I have made for you, then you go ahead and fulfill God's plan for your life, okay? Because God's ways are not our ways. You may be feeling that you want to marry somebody who is in your age bracket, but that may not be God's authentic plan for your life, and you may be getting it all wrong. I want to talk about the biological clock. The biological clock is ticking. You know, before now we used to feel that it's only ladies whose biological clock is ticking, and people say statements like, oh, you are a woman, you are a lady, you don't have time and all of that. But time and science and research have shown us that even the male, their biological clock is ticking. We now have males who have a lot of issues, you know, health issues that affect their reproductive life and all of that. So my candid advice is that everybody should work on settling down early in life. The Bible says that it is better that a man bears his yoke while he is young. Both man and woman should bear their yoke while they are young. Because when you are young, maybe in your 30s or so. You have the strength to combine your career development, your marriage, your business, your ministry, your relationships, and all of that. You can have the mind to carry all this together and still do very well, because you have the strength, you have the vigor, and you have the ability. But as your time is going, maybe in your 40s and 50s, decide to settle down in your 40s and 50s. Imagine when your child is 10 and then you are 60 years old, you'll be doing school runs, all of that. You know, all the health issues and, you know, challenges that come with raising children. You are still running out in your 60 something, in your 70s, in your 50s. It's not going to be easy compared to somebody who settled down earlier in life. So it's better to plan and trust God to settle down early in life. At this point, if you are watching this video and you have not liked or subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please, I want you to smash the subscribe button and like this video and let it go viral. Share it as well to your friends and family so that you can help bless your life. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next. Bye bye.